A world without the Industrial Revolution. Imagine a world where the Industrial Revolution never occurred. A world without the rise of factories, mechanized production, or mass urbanization. This alternate reality would drastically reshape our understanding of society, economics, technology, and even our daily lives. In this scenario, we will explore the positive and negative effects of such a world, focusing on how different aspects of human life could have been altered by the absence of the Industrial Revolution. In this video, how would our world look today without factories, mechanized production, or mass urbanization? We examine both the potential benefits, like environmental sustainability and the preservation of traditional lifestyles, and the drawbacks, such as slower technological advancement and limited global connectivity. Join us as we delve into this thought-provoking scenario to understand how history could have unfolded differently and what it means for our present and future. Grab your drink and enjoy the video. Positive effects. 1. Environmental sustainability. One of the most significant positive impacts of a world without the Industrial Revolution would be on the environment. Without the widespread use of fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas, there would be far less air and water pollution. The massive industrial factories that dominated cities during the Industrial Revolution were major contributors to environmental degradation, emitting large quantities of carbon dioxide and other pollutants. In this alternate world, the absence of large-scale industrial activity would mean significantly lower greenhouse gas emissions, resulting in a more stable climate and healthier ecosystems. Forests, rivers, and air would remain cleaner, and biodiversity could thrive without the pressures of industrial expansion. 2. Preservation of traditional lifestyles. In a world where the Industrial Revolution never occurred, many societies would have retained their traditional agricultural and artisanal practices. The shift away from agrarian lifestyles to urban factory work, which characterized the Industrial Revolution, would not have taken place. As a result, cultural heritage and local customs could be preserved. Families and communities might remain closely knit, with a stronger emphasis on self-sufficiency and localized economies. This preservation of traditional lifestyles could lead to a deeper appreciation for handcrafted goods, local food production, and sustainable living practices that prioritize quality over quantity. 3. Less urban overcrowding. The Industrial Revolution sparked a mass migration of people from rural areas to cities in search of work in factories. This rapid urbanization led to overcrowded cities with poor living conditions, inadequate sanitation, and the rise of slums. In a world without the Industrial Revolution, the need for such a large-scale movement of populations to urban centers would be greatly reduced. Fewer people would migrate to cities, resulting in less overcrowding and potentially better living conditions for urban residents. Cities might develop more slowly and organically, with a focus on community-based living and sustainable urban planning. 4. Slower pace of life. Without the pressures of industrial productivity and efficiency, societies might experience a slower, more relaxed pace of life. The relentless drive for production and economic growth, which became a hallmark of the Industrial Revolution, would not dominate societal values. Instead, people might prioritize family, community, and personal well-being over work and productivity. This could lead to lower stress levels, improved mental health, and a greater emphasis on leisure and cultural activities. In this alternate world, there could be more time for artistic pursuits, education, and community engagement. 5. Preservation of craftsmanship. In the absence of mass production and industrial machinery, craftsmanship and artisanal skills would remain highly valued and widely practiced. Handcrafted goods would likely dominate the market, and the skills of blacksmiths, weavers, potters, and other artisans would be passed down through generations. This would promote a culture that values quality, uniqueness, and artistry over mass-produced, uniform products. Local economies might thrive on the basis of skilled labor and craftsmanship, leading to diverse and vibrant communities centered around unique local trades and practices. Negative effects. 1. Slower technological advancement. One of the major drawbacks of a world without the Industrial Revolution would be the slower pace of technological advancement. The Industrial Revolution was a catalyst for numerous technological breakthroughs in manufacturing, transportation, and communication. Without it, innovations such as the steam engine, electricity, telecommunication systems, and the internal combustion engine might either not exist or develop much more slowly. The lack of these technologies would significantly impact transportation. With no railways, automobiles, or airplanes to connect distant parts of the world, communication would also be affected, with the absence of telegraphs, telephones, and the internet, leading to slower dissemination of information and ideas. 2. Limited economic growth. In a world without the Industrial Revolution, economies would remain largely agrarian and craft-based, limiting large-scale economic development. The transformative economic growth driven by industrialization would not occur, leading to lower GDPs, fewer job opportunities, and less economic diversity. Economic activity would be more localized, with trade and commerce limited to regional markets. This could result in a slower pace of economic development, with less wealth accumulation and fewer resources available for investment in infrastructure, education, and public services. The lack of industrialization would also mean less economic interdependence among nations, potentially leading to more isolated and self-sufficient economies. Reduced global connectivity. The Industrial Revolution played a crucial role in increasing global connectivity through advances in transportation and communication. Without industrial advances like railroads, steamships, and later airplanes, global trade and cultural exchange would be much more limited. Societies might remain more isolated, with fewer opportunities for cross-cultural interaction and economic integration. The exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies that characterize the modern global economy would be severely restricted, potentially slowing the progress of globalization and international cooperation. 4. Limited access to modern healthcare. Many advances in medical technology and public health initiatives were driven by the needs of industrial societies. The rapid urbanization and industrialization of the 19th and early 20th centuries led to significant public health challenges, prompting innovations in medical science and healthcare. Without the Industrial Revolution, the development of vaccines, antibiotics, surgical techniques, and modern medical practices might have been delayed. This could result in higher mortality rates, shorter life expectancies, and a lower overall standard of health for the global population. The absence of industrialization would also mean less investment in public health infrastructure, such as hospitals, clinics, and sanitation systems. If these improvements had not been made, some chronic diseases might have gone undetected and human life expectancy might have been shortened. 5. Social inequalities and feudal structures. The Industrial Revolution played a significant role in breaking down feudal and aristocratic structures, promoting social mobility and the rise of a middle class. In a world without industrialization, these traditional social hierarchies might persist much longer, with limited opportunities for social and economic advancement. Wealth and power would remain concentrated in the hands of a few, with the majority of the population living as peasants or laborers under the control of local aristocrats or landowners. The absence of industrialization could also mean fewer opportunities for educational and economic advancement, reinforcing existing social inequalities and limiting the potential for upward mobility. In conclusion, a world without the Industrial Revolution would be fundamentally different from the one we know today. While it might offer certain benefits, such as environmental sustainability, the preservation of traditional lifestyles, and less urban overcrowding, it would also come with significant drawbacks, including slower technological progress, limited economic growth, reduced global connectivity, and persistent social inequalities. This alternate scenario highlights the profound impact of the Industrial Revolution on shaping the modern world and reminds us of the complex interplay between technological, economic, and social forces in human history. In addition, countries that are currently operating the Industrial Revolution well, Germany, England, France, etc., are currently trying to turn the negative effects in our video topic into positive effects. However, this situation we are talking about does not apply to third world countries. If there is any historical event that you think, what would have happened? You can specify it in the comments. Subscribe to be informed about new upcoming videos and open notifications. See you in the next video.